In this video, I shall be discussing about the defects of vision and their corrections. Before moving on to the common defects of vision, let us know more about the defect of vision. The defect of vision is the inability of the human eye to see the objects comfortably and clearly. Okay, in short, it means that the eye, the human eye cannot see the objects clearly. Now this arises because of some negligence, or due to accidents. Moving on to the next one, that is some common defects of vision. So the first one we have is myopia. It is also known as short-sightedness. Now this type of defects, the person can see the nearby objects clearly but cannot see the distant objects or far objects clearly. Now let us see, suppose this is the eye, the lens, and as I have mentioned that in myopia they cannot see the far objects clearly. So whatever rays of light are coming from the objects that is placed at a far distance, the rays of light will intersect in front of the retina, and therefore the image is formed in front of the retina. Actually, the image should be forming on the retina, but then in myopia the image is formed in front of the retina. That's why that person cannot see the far objects clearly. Now this can be rectified or corrected by using the lens called concave lens. So it will be a little smaller, using a concave lens. So whatever is at a far distance, whatever rays of light is coming from a far distance of the object, so that particular ray of light will be displaced to the to a nearer distance, and then the image will be formed on the retina, and that way this type of people can see the objects clearly. Now the next one is the hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is also known as long-sightedness, which means they can see the far objects or distant objects clearly, but they cannot see the nearby objects clearly. Here what happens is, see, in case of myopia the image is forming in front of the retina, but in case of hypermetropia the image is formed behind the retina. And for myopia the rays of light are coming from distant, from a far distance, and in case of hypermetropia the rays of light will come from nearby distance. So this is how it will be, then the image will be forming behind the retina, behind the retina. So in order to rectify or correct this defect, they use convex lens. So what happens here is, like, see, the original place was suppose this one. Now with the help of this convex lens it will displace, it will displace this particular object into little farther distance, up to from where the eye can see the objects clearly. So it displaces, original place is here only, but because of the lens an imaginary object is displaced. So that way they can see the objects clearly and the image will be forming on the retina. So once again, for myopia we use concave lens, and for hypermetropia we use the convex lens for rectification. Now the next one is cataract. Cataract is the defect of vision in which the eye lens becomes cloudy or opaque, okay, due to the coating of the milky translucent membrane. Now, because of the presence of that milky translucent membrane, the light rays are not able to pass through the eye lens easily, okay, and are not able to focus on the retina. That's why whoever are having this kind of defect, they are not able to see the objects clearly. It appears to be blurred, okay. Now, this cataract can be cured by surgery. They will have to remove that milky translucent membrane, okay, and that way only the problem can be cured, okay, or this defect can be cured.